Really?
Cook. They were Cook
Okay.
lenses. I really like Cook lenses, and they can be very cinematic and really great. So I enjoyed using these lenses. I used a lot of different filters also to give it more celluloid look. तो प्रोमिस्ट और ग्लिमर ग्लास और ये सब तरीके के फिल्टर्स हमने बहुत एक्सपेरिमेंट किया फिल्टर्स के साथ. आई लाइक दिस टेक्निकल स्टफ. आई हैव लॉट ऑफ फन डूइंग इट विद माय डीओपी. And we used an Alexa Mini, but we also used a DSLR for the documentary shots. You noticed
Fully,
a lot,
he's
huh?
gone.
You are a cinephile.
Good.
Thank
हाँ
you.
मतलब यार इतने सारे पैसे नहीं थे तो sometimes we did enhance in post. Sometimes we had some lights and the some streets we blocked and lit up also. जैसे कि जब वो पत्थर फेंकते हैं, that scene was lit. But for example, when they are walking in Muhammad Ali Road, that is shot more guerrilla style क्योंकि Muhammad Ali Road को recreate करना it was not possible. But for example, in the train, we couldn't have any lights. So it is the light of the train. So we did a lot of that, like mixing things. जब भी chance था light लगाने का तो यही है DOP के मतलब ना वो लोग मतलब whenever they get a chance, then one light will come.
Yeah.
But if they don't have a chance only, then they have to figure out how to do it.
True.
And that is fun. Like that, I think because of our background in documentary filmmaking, we like to. We are forced to work with what we have.
I mean, let's take before Bahubali happened, right? I'm saying when we were all much, much younger and watching movies. There was a Tamil movie called Roja, which Mani sir made. It didn't matter which language it was in, we all watched it.
That's good.
There was a Malayalam film, it's called Chota Chetan here. It was the first 3D film that I saw as a kid.
Absolutely.
It's a Malayalam film. I saw it in Telugu, you would have seen it in Hindi. It didn't matter at that point either which film that was. But then somehow we are all differentiated by industries and that's like states are divided by language. That's a normal norm of what it is. But it's always, but cinema unites. Like art always unites people. It doesn't need a language. Once it's entertaining, it's entertaining. Then I think before Bahubali, you have to give credit to all the satellite channels that took cinema, Tamil and Telugu film and started dubbing it for the Hindi audience. And I think just Bahubali came and sat on top of all of that. And it just became acceptable. Right? I'm saying post that, whether it's a big Bahubali or a film like Ghazi that I'd made right after, Hanuman, Kantara, all are films that are very unique. Language didn't matter. It didn't matter if the filmmaker spoke the language or not. It's the audience that watched it. Right? Like once story has taken front seat, ultimately you want to experience new things. You want to watch new stuff. It's only in the business backend we don't know what that means. So as a creator, you consistently need to find new stories because that's what the audience wants. But as a businessman, you keep trying to repeat the formula that you wanted to make. So I just feel like that repeat formula doesn't do the job anymore. Because now everyone's aware of everything. Post the pandemic, we've watched content like crazy. Whether it's on OTT, whether it's in a theater, doesn't matter where it is, we are watching a lot of stuff. And our phones buzz with short content, like every 1 second of our time is just gone there. And people are just telling stories in all kinds. So I just feel like what we don't get to see in cinemas is depth. Depth of character, depth of emotion, depth of drama, which has kind of gone away, or it's there in a superficial, much larger underlined kind of way. And I felt like as soon as I saw All We Imagine is, I was transported into a world that I felt like I kind of knew, but I was just deep into their lives. Their problems became mine. I started identifying with myself. Like it's just, there are too many things that you can connect with. And I felt like that's a cinema that enough of audience haven't seen. And once they start seeing it, we'll start enjoying. Whether you see it, like we just did we didn't know how to get it in the rest of the South India where people aren't so aware of the Cannes or they're not so aware of international film festivals. Like how do local people know it? We said, let's do a small release in Kerala and see how people get it. So we did a limited release and the day we announced it, in 2 minutes, the tickets got sold out. So you know that there is an audience there, but we just have to go and find the right people, release in the right and make sure enough people know about the film even before it's out. So I think, and also we don't have a set pattern for independent or alternative films. We have a set pattern for commercial films.
Yeah.
So I think once we just crack that little model, I think you'll have a lot more films coming. Well, cinema, like India is definitely very, very underscreened in terms of the number of screens it has. Now, 14,000 is a very large number. It's only like about 6,000 to 8,000 working screens that we have. The rest are all diminishing in many, many ways. Out of which, a large part of it sit in Andhra and Telangana, the areas that I live in.
Yeah.
But no, yes, we just feel like it can be much more screened for the kind of people, number of people that are around. It would solve that problem, but India's real estate is not as cheap as the rest of the world because we have less land and many more people, unlike America or unlike China, which have much more land mass than us, so that they can build many more things. So that would change, but it's like a chicken and egg, right? So you look at the cinemas now. Every festival we are over full, and we feel like there's no space for new films. But the rest of the year, as exhibitors, we just sit idle because there's no film. So it's that trick that we're following in. I just feel like unless exhibitors also know that there is more cinema that they can play, different types of audience that they can reach out to, different types of marketing techniques that they can start exploring. So I think all of this will lead to a certain different types of change.